The Stoic foundation for an unshakable life. In a world that relentlessly bombards us with complexities, anxieties, and ceaseless demands, there exists a profound and enduring philosophy capable of transforming our approach to life's challenges: Stoicism. Far from being an archaic relic of ancient times, Stoicism offers a set of practical, timeless principles applicable to the modern world, providing a framework for cultivating inner peace, resilience, and unwavering focus. This isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming detached from the world. Instead, it's about developing a profound understanding of what lies within our control and gracefully accepting what does not. Stoicism is a roadmap to navigate the inevitable storms of life with equanimity, strength, and a clear sense of purpose. It's a path to true freedom, not from external constraints, but from the internal shackles of anxiety, fear, and the relentless pursuit of fleeting pleasures. This journey into the heart of Stoicism will unveil 12 powerful secrets, readily adaptable to your daily life, empowering you to embrace challenges, find meaning in your work, and align your goals with your deepest values. Prepare to embark on a transformative exploration, where ancient wisdom illuminates the path to an unshakable life, grounded in reason, virtue, and a profound acceptance of the present moment. This is not just about intellectual understanding, it's about practical application, about integrating these principles into the very fabric of your being, and emerging as a more centered, resilient, and purposeful individual. Imagine facing the pressures of your day with unwavering calm, transforming setbacks into opportunities for growth, and finding genuine contentment not in external achievements, but in the strength of your own character. This is the promise of Stoicism, and the journey begins now. 12 Stoic Secrets to Live By. The cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, the bedrock upon which all other principles rest, is the profound understanding that we must focus only on what we can control. This seemingly simple concept holds the key to unlocking immense inner peace and reducing the pervasive stress that plagues modern life. Consider the sheer amount of mental energy we expend fretting over things entirely beyond our influence: the opinions of others, the unpredictable whims of fortune, the vagaries of the weather, or the actions of governments and institutions. We become entangled in a web of anxieties, fueled by our desperate attempts to exert control over the uncontrollable. The Stoics, however, offered a radical alternative: a complete and unwavering acceptance of the distinction between what is within our power and what is not. They identified 3 primary areas where we truly hold dominion: our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. Our thoughts are the internal compass that guides our decisions and shapes our perception of reality. We have the power to choose how we interpret events, to challenge negative self-talk, and to cultivate a mindset of optimism and resilience. Our actions are the tangible expressions of our will, the choices we make in our daily lives that contribute to our personal growth and the well-being of others. We can control the effort we put forth, the diligence with which we pursue our goals, and the integrity with which we interact with the world. Finally, our attitude is the lens through which we view our experiences, the emotional stance we adopt in the face of adversity. We can choose to approach challenges with courage, grace, and an unwavering determination to learn and grow, or we can succumb to despair, resentment, and a sense of victimhood. Everything else, the Stoics argued, falls outside the realm of our direct control. We cannot dictate the outcome of events, the behavior of others, or the unpredictable twists and turns of fate. To expend our energy attempting to do so is to invite frustration, disappointment, and a profound sense of powerlessness. Consider, for instance, a scenario where you are diligently working on a crucial project at your job, pouring in countless hours of effort and meticulous preparation. You can control the quality of your work, the thoroughness of your research, and the professionalism of your presentation. However, you cannot control your boss's reaction, the unforeseen market forces that might impact the project's success, or the subjective biases of your colleagues. The Stoic approach dictates that you focus entirely on what you can influence: your effort, your preparation, and your attitude. If the outcome falls short of your expectations, you can rest assured knowing that you did everything within your power, and that the rest was simply beyond your control. This realization is not an invitation to apathy or complacency. rather, it is a pathway to profound liberation. By relinquishing the need to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from the tyranny of anxiety and channel your energy towards meaningful action. This is the essence of Stoic resilience, the ability to face adversity with equanimity, knowing that your worth is not defined by external outcomes, but by the integrity of your efforts and the strength of your character. Epictetus, a towering figure in Stoic philosophy, articulated this principle with remarkable clarity: some things are in our control and others not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and, in one word, whatever are not our own actions. This distinction, once truly internalized, transforms our approach to challenges. We become less reactive and more proactive, less focused on complaining and more focused on solutions. The more time and energy we waste lamenting things beyond our control, the more depleted and disempowered we become. Conversely, the more we invest in cultivating our internal landscape, the more resilient, resourceful, and fulfilled we become. Stoicism divides life into two distinct categories: internals, which encompass the things we can control, and externals, which comprise everything else. The key to Stoic living is to channel our energy into nurturing the internals and accepting the externals with equanimity. This is a practice that requires conscious effort and unwavering self-awareness. It demands that we constantly monitor our thoughts, challenge our assumptions, and redirect our focus towards what truly matters: our character, our actions, and our pursuit of virtue. Expanding upon this fundamental principle, the second Stoic secret emphasizes the importance of doing your best in everything, but letting go of the outcome. This concept often clashes with our deeply ingrained desire for predictable results and tangible rewards. We are conditioned to believe that success is solely defined by external achievements, and that our worth is inextricably linked to our ability to attain them. The Stoics, however, offered a radically different perspective: that true fulfillment lies not in the pursuit of specific outcomes, but in the unwavering dedication to excellence in all that we do. This does not mean abandoning ambition or forsaking the pursuit of worthwhile goals. Rather, it means shifting our focus from the unpredictable nature of external events to the unwavering commitment to our own effort, preparation, and attitude. Think about the immense stress that arises from constantly worrying about the future: will I get that promotion? Will my project be successful? Will I impress my peers? This preoccupation with outcomes consumes our mental energy and distracts us from the present moment, hindering our ability to perform at our best. The Stoics, such as Epictetus, taught that we should channel our energy into the elements we can directly influence: our preparation, our dedication, and our attitude. The final outcome is often shaped by a multitude of factors beyond our control: the decisions of others, unforeseen circumstances, and the unpredictable nature of chance. To allow our happiness to hinge on these external variables is to surrender our peace of mind and invite perpetual disappointment. The Stoic approach emphasizes the intrinsic value of effort, regardless of the outcome. We should strive for excellence in all that we do, not because we are guaranteed success, but because it is an expression of our character and a testament to our commitment to virtue. Marcus Aurelius, a profound voice in Stoic philosophy, eloquently stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is not an invitation to indifference or complacency. The Stoics believed in striving for excellence, in pushing ourselves to reach our full potential, but they also understood that the final outcome is never guaranteed. True strength lies in the ability to accept both triumph and setback with equanimity, knowing that our worth is not defined by our successes or failures, but by the integrity of our efforts. Imagine, for example, that you are preparing for a crucial exam. You dedicate countless hours to studying, meticulously reviewing the material and diligently practicing your problem-solving skills. You feel confident and well prepared, yet on the day of the exam, you encounter unforeseen challenges: a lack of sleep, a difficult question that throws you off balance, or unexpected anxiety. You do not perform as well as you had hoped. The Stoic response would be to acknowledge that you did everything within your power to prepare for the exam, and that the final grade is now beyond your control. You can learn from your mistakes, identify areas for improvement, and apply these lessons to future endeavors, but you should not allow the outcome to define your self-worth or diminish your sense of accomplishment. The Stoic approach encourages us to celebrate effort, regardless of the outcome. Give yourself credit for the hard work you put in, the dedication you demonstrated, and the lessons you learned along the way. Learn to appreciate the process of striving, the satisfaction of pushing yourself to reach your full potential, and the growth that comes from overcoming challenges. Understand that setbacks are not personal failures, but rather opportunities for learning and growth. Even when you have done everything right, circumstances beyond your control may lead to unfavorable outcomes. Do not allow these setbacks to discourage you or diminish your commitment to excellence. Instead, view them as opportunities to refine your strategies, strengthen your resilience, and reaffirm your dedication to the process. The pursuit of excellence is a lifelong journey, not a destination. By embracing this mindset, you can free yourself from the tyranny of outcome-based thinking and cultivate a profound sense of inner peace, knowing that your worth is defined not by what you achieve, but by who you become. Building upon the foundation of focused effort and detached outcome, the third Stoic secret underscores the vital role of practicing self-discipline every day. This is the scaffolding upon which lasting change is built, the inner compass that guides us toward our goals, even when motivation wanes. Motivation, that fleeting and fickle companion, cannot be relied upon as the sole driver of our actions. There will be days when inspiration surges, when we feel energized and ready to conquer the world. But there will also be days when we feel sluggish, uninspired, and tempted to abandon our commitments. This is where self-discipline steps in, the unwavering commitment to doing what needs to be done, regardless of how we feel. Self-discipline is the bridge that spans the gap between intention and action, the force that propels us forward even when motivation falters. Think of it as a muscle that strengthens with consistent use. The more we exercise our self-discipline, the easier it becomes to resist temptations, overcome obstacles, and stay focused on our goals. Consider, for example, the pursuit of physical fitness. The initial surge of motivation that often accompanies a new workout routine can be exhilarating, but it is unlikely to sustain us through the inevitable challenges, early morning workouts, demanding training sessions, and the constant temptation to indulge in unhealthy food. It is self-discipline that keeps us going when motivation fades, the inner voice that reminds us of our commitment and compels us to show up, even when we would rather stay in bed. The Stoics placed immense value on self-discipline, viewing it as the key to mastering oneself and living a virtuous life. Epictetus famously declared, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This statement highlights the Stoic belief that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from internal control. When we are able to regulate our impulses, manage our desires, and align our actions with our values, we become the masters of our own destiny. Self-discipline, in the Stoic view, is not about harsh self-denial or rigid adherence to rules. It is about cultivating the inner strength to make conscious choices, to prioritize long-term goals over fleeting pleasures, and to live in accordance with our principles. It is about showing up, doing the work, and remaining steadfast in our commitment, regardless of external circumstances or internal distractions. Cultivating self-discipline is a gradual process, not an overnight transformation. It requires consistent effort, unwavering self-awareness, and a willingness to start small and build momentum over time. Do not overwhelm yourself with unrealistic expectations or attempt to change too much at once. Instead, focus on making small, incremental improvements each day, gradually strengthening your willpower and building new habits. Start by identifying one area of your life where you would like to cultivate more self-discipline. Perhaps it is establishing a consistent morning routine, improving your eating habits, or committing to a regular exercise schedule. Choose one specific goal and focus your energy on achieving it, resisting the urge to tackle too many changes simultaneously. Routines are the scaffolding of self-discipline, providing structure and predictability to our daily lives. By establishing clear routines, we reduce the need for conscious decision-making, making it easier to stay on track and avoid temptations. When we follow a consistent routine, we eliminate the guesswork and reduce the likelihood of succumbing to procrastination or impulsive behavior. Make a conscious effort to remove temptations from your environment. If you are trying to improve your eating habits, remove unhealthy snacks from your home and workplace. If you are trying to increase your productivity, turn off social media notifications and create a distraction-free workspace. Setting yourself up for success by minimizing temptations can significantly enhance your self-discipline. The benefits of self-discipline extend far beyond the achievement of specific goals. When we cultivate self-discipline, we develop a stronger sense of self-efficacy, the belief in our ability to succeed. This belief, in turn, fuels our motivation and increases our likelihood of achieving even greater things in the future. Self-discipline also enhances our self-control, the ability to resist impulsive behavior and prioritize long-term goals. This skill is invaluable in all aspects of life, from managing finances to building healthy relationships. The cultivation of self-discipline is a lifelong journey, not a destination. There will be days when you falter, when you succumb to temptations and deviate from your goals. This is a normal part of the process. Do not become discouraged or abandon your efforts. Instead, acknowledge your slip-up, learn from your mistakes, and recommit to your goals. Treat yourself with compassion and understanding, recognizing that setbacks are inevitable and that true strength lies in the ability to persevere. Navigating the inevitable stumbles of life with grace is the fourth Stoic secret: accept and learn from failure. Failure, often perceived as a devastating setback, is reframed by the Stoics as an invaluable opportunity for growth and self-discovery. We are often conditioned to view failure as a sign of inadequacy, a reflection of our inherent limitations. This fear of failure can paralyze us, preventing us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, and reaching our full potential. The Stoics, however, embraced failure as an integral part of the human experience, a crucial ingredient in the recipe for success. They understood that setbacks are not signs of weakness, but rather opportunities to learn, adapt, and become more resilient. Marcus Aurelius, a leader steeped in Stoic principles, articulated this perspective with characteristic wisdom: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This seemingly paradoxical statement captures the essence of the Stoic approach to failure, that obstacles, when approached with the right mindset, can become catalysts for growth and self-improvement. Imagine failure not as a dead end, but as a detour, a path less traveled that leads to unexpected discoveries and unforeseen opportunities. When we fail at something, whether it is a project, a relationship, or a personal goal, we gain valuable insights into our strengths and weaknesses, our blind spots and our areas for improvement. These insights, when embraced and acted upon, can propel us forward with renewed purpose and direction. The Stoics did not fear failure, because they understood that it is an unavoidable part of the human experience. What mattered most was not whether they succeeded or failed, but how they responded to the inevitable setbacks. Epictetus emphasized this point when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The Stoic approach encourages us to view failure as a learning tool, a source of valuable feedback that can help us refine our strategies, improve our skills, and develop a more nuanced understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment or embarrassment of failure, we should focus on extracting the lessons it offers and applying them to future endeavors. The Stoic mindset is one of relentless curiosity and unwavering self-improvement. We should constantly ask ourselves, what went wrong? What can I learn from this experience? How can I do better next time? Failure should not be viewed as a reason to give up, but rather as a signpost pointing us toward a more effective path. This process requires a significant amount of self-awareness and honesty. We must be willing to acknowledge our mistakes, to take responsibility for our actions, and to resist the temptation to blame others or external circumstances for our failures. This is not to say that we should engage in self-flagellation or beat ourselves up for our shortcomings. Rather, we should approach our failures with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that the true measure of our character lies in our ability to learn from them and move forward with renewed determination. Persistence, tempered with adaptability, is a hallmark of the Stoic approach. We should not be afraid to try again, even after experiencing repeated setbacks. However, we should also be willing to adjust our approach, to learn from our mistakes, and to adopt new strategies when necessary. The Stoics did not advocate blindly repeating the same actions that led to failure. Rather, they emphasized the importance of continuous learning and adaptation, of using failure as a guide to refine our methods and improve our chances of success in the future. The benefits of embracing failure extend far beyond the acquisition of new skills and knowledge. When we learn to accept failure as a normal and valuable part of the human experience, we become more resilient, more adaptable, and more confident in our ability to overcome challenges. We are no longer paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes, and we are more willing to take risks and pursue our dreams with unwavering passion and determination. Anchoring ourselves firmly in the present is the fifth Stoic secret: focus on the present moment. In a world saturated with distractions and anxieties, the ability to cultivate a sense of presence is an invaluable asset. We are constantly bombarded with information, demands, and expectations, pulling us in countless directions and making it difficult to focus on the task at hand. Our minds are often preoccupied with the past, replaying past mistakes, dwelling on regrets, and longing for what might have been. Or they are consumed with the future, worrying about potential problems, anticipating challenges, and striving to control the uncontrollable. This constant mental chatter robs us of the joy of the present moment, preventing us from fully engaging with our experiences and appreciating the beauty and wonder of the world around us. The Stoics understood that true peace and fulfillment can only be found in the present moment. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, and all we truly have is right now. By focusing our attention on the present, we can free ourselves from the tyranny of the past and the anxiety of the future, and cultivate a sense of calm, clarity, and appreciation for the simple joys of life. Marcus Aurelius, a master of presence, exhorted us to confine yourself to the present. This simple yet profound advice encapsulates the essence of the Stoic approach to living. The past is a memory, the future a possibility, but the present is reality. By focusing our attention on what is happening right now, we can make conscious choices, take meaningful action, and experience life to its fullest. We spend far too much time trapped in our own heads, worrying about things that have already happened or that may never happen. This mental preoccupation consumes our energy, distracts us from our goals, and prevents us from connecting with the world around us. By bringing our attention back to the present, we can break free from this cycle of worry and anxiety and cultivate a sense of calm and clarity. Stoic philosophy, in many ways, anticipated the modern mindfulness movement. The Stoics taught that we should focus on what is in front of us, on the task at hand, and avoid allowing our minds to wander into the realms of past regrets or future anxieties. Epictetus emphasized that stress often arises from our interpretations, not the circumstances themselves, when he said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." The Stoics were not advocating for a life of passivity or indifference. Rather, they were encouraging us to engage with the world in a more conscious and intentional way, to focus our energy on what we can control and to let go of what we cannot. This requires a conscious effort to bring our attention back to the present moment whenever our minds begin to wander. There are numerous techniques we can use to cultivate a sense of presence in our daily lives. One simple yet effective method is to engage our senses. When we find ourselves lost in thought, we can pause and focus on what we are seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. This helps us to ground ourselves in the present moment and break free from the mental chatter that often consumes us. Deep breathing is another powerful tool for cultivating presence. When we are feeling overwhelmed or anxious, we can take a few slow, deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of the air entering and leaving our lungs. This simple practice can help to calm our minds and bring us back to the present moment. In our multitasking-obsessed world, single-tasking can be a revolutionary practice. Whether we are eating, working, or engaging in a conversation, we should strive to give our full attention to the task at hand. This requires us to eliminate distractions, resist the urge to multitask, and focus our energy on the activity in which we are currently engaged. The sixth Stoic secret cuts to the heart of personal agency: focus on your actions, not the opinions of others. The relentless pursuit of external validation, a common affliction in modern society, can easily ensnare us in a web of anxieties and compromises. We become obsessed with how others perceive us, tailoring our choices and behaviors to conform to their expectations, often at the expense of our own values and desires. The Stoics recognized this trap and offered a powerful antidote: a radical shift in focus from external approval to internal integrity. The problem with constantly seeking the approval of others is that it places our sense of worth outside of ourselves, making us vulnerable to the shifting whims and subjective biases of the external world. We become dependent on external validation to feel good about ourselves, and when that validation is withheld or withdrawn, our self-esteem plummets. Furthermore, the pursuit of external approval often leads us to compromise our own values and desires, sacrificing our authenticity in an attempt to please others. We may find ourselves pursuing careers we dislike, engaging in relationships that are unfulfilling, or suppressing our true opinions in order to avoid conflict or criticism. Marcus Aurelius, a man who held immense power and influence, observed that people were quick to prioritize the opinions of others above their own well-being by saying, "It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." In his view, our actions should be guided by our own internal compass, by our values, principles, and sense of what is right, not by the fleeting and often fickle opinions of others. The Stoics believe that other people's thoughts and judgments are ultimately outside of our control. We can strive to be kind, considerate, and respectful in our interactions with others, but we cannot force them to think or feel a certain way about us. To expend our energy trying to control their opinions is a futile and ultimately self-defeating endeavor. The Stoic path involves being comfortable in potentially misunderstood positions and being able to justify positions internally rather than relying on the feedback loop of others' opinions. Epictetus articulated this point succinctly: if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This statement challenges our ingrained desire for external validation and encourages us to prioritize our own growth and integrity, even if it means facing criticism or disapproval from others. The core of the Stoic argument is that what truly matters is our own progress, our own commitment to living a virtuous life, not the opinions of those around us. The goal is not to seek the approval of others, but to live in accordance with our own values, to act with integrity, and to strive for excellence in all that we do. This requires us to develop a strong sense of self-awareness, to understand our values and principles, and to be willing to stand up for what we believe in, even when it is unpopular or difficult. This can mean the strength to disagree with others and the courage to stick to one's convictions on important matters. It also entails developing a healthy detachment from the need for constant validation and learning to find our sense of worth within ourselves. We can cultivate this inner sense of worth by focusing on our own efforts, our own progress, and our own commitment to living a virtuous life. Every time we act with integrity, every time we stand up for what we believe in, every time we strive for excellence, we strengthen our sense of self-worth and diminish our dependence on external validation. This requires conscious effort and a willingness to challenge our ingrained habits of seeking approval. The seventh Stoic secret embraces a fundamental truth about the universe: embrace change, it's the only constant. The illusion of stability often lulls us into a false sense of security, a belief that our lives will remain predictable and unchanging. However, the Stoics recognize that change is inevitable, that it is woven into the very fabric of reality. To resist change is to fight against the natural order of things, to invite suffering and frustration into our lives. Whether it is in our personal relationships, our professional endeavors, or our physical health, change is always present, shaping and reshaping our experiences. The wise approach, according to the Stoics, is not to resist change, but to embrace it, to accept it as a natural and unavoidable part of life, and to learn to adapt and thrive in its midst. Resisting change is like trying to hold back the tide. It is a futile effort that consumes our energy, generates stress, and ultimately leads to disappointment. By clinging to the past, we prevent ourselves from fully engaging with the present and embracing the opportunities that the future holds. We become rigid and inflexible, unable to adapt to new circumstances, and vulnerable to the inevitable disruptions that life throws our way. Marcus Aurelius, ever mindful of the ephemeral nature of existence, emphasized the all-encompassing nature of change by stating, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." This is not to say that we should passively accept whatever comes our way, without attempting to influence the course of events. Rather, it means that we should focus our energy on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and accept that there will always be things that are beyond our power to change. This acceptance frees us from the need to resist the inevitable and allows us to channel our energy into adapting to new circumstances and making the best of whatever situation we find ourselves in. The Stoics recognize that difficulties and frustrations often arise from our judgment around change. By viewing change as something scary or negative, we are essentially creating our own stress. But what if we saw change as a normal part of life? Then it can be handled with more grace and calmness. The key lies in how we respond to the changes we encounter. Rather than viewing change as a threat, we can choose to see it as an opportunity, a chance to learn, grow, and explore new possibilities. This requires a shift in mindset, a conscious effort to reframe our perspective and to focus on the potential benefits that can arise from even the most challenging situations. The eighth Stoic secret recognizes the transformative power of hardship: build inner strength through adversity. While society often encourages us to seek comfort and avoid pain, the Stoics took a different approach. They believed that adversity is not something to be feared or avoided, but rather something to be embraced as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. It is through facing challenges and overcoming obstacles that we develop resilience, courage, and the inner strength necessary to navigate the inevitable storms of life. Life will never be smooth sailing all the time. If anything, avoiding challenges can hold us back from the opportunity for growth. The Stoic philosophy states that if you are able to embrace difficulties, you'll recognize all the opportunities to build inner strength, resilience, and wisdom. Nobody enjoys going through tough times, but in the long run, it is an opportunity to learn more about oneself. The Stoics believe that difficulties are essential for one's growth. The impediment to action advances action. In other words, the obstacles can actually become the path forward if you let it. The Stoics don't only survive, but they're able to thrive if they focus on tough times with the right mindset. In tough times, it's important to focus on your response, and not the event. The individual is still able to control their actions, attitude, and mindset. And it's here that your true strength lies. Every situation has something to teach you, even if it's about improving relationships, or approaching life a certain way. There's always a lesson in adversity. The ninth Stoic secret shines a light on the power of perspective: practice gratitude, even in difficult times. In a world that often emphasizes what we lack, the Stoics encouraged us to cultivate a deep appreciation for what we have. Gratitude, they believed, is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a powerful practice that can transform our mindset, enhance our resilience, and improve our overall well-being. While gratitude may seem easy to practice when things are going well, the Stoics emphasized its importance during times of adversity. When life throws us curveballs, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong, to dwell on our losses, and to feel overwhelmed by our challenges. But even in the midst of hardship, there is always something to be grateful for. Perhaps it's the support of our loved ones, the beauty of nature, or the opportunity to learn and grow from our experiences. By shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have, we can cultivate a sense of hope, resilience, and inner peace, even in the face of adversity. Seneca said it best when he stated that he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not but rejoices for those which he has. Gratitude is what shifts us from being stuck on what we don't have to being able to appreciate the good things. Instead of dwelling on the problem, we can find perspective if we focus on the things that we are grateful for. In this case, things will still feel full of good things and it feels like everything is falling apart. The 10th Stoic secret recognizes the ultimate form of self-governance: control your reactions, not the events. The ability to regulate our emotional responses, to choose our actions in the face of adversity, is a key aspect of Stoic philosophy. In the unpredictable theater of life, various external forces often act upon us, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. However, Stoicism emphasizes that while we may not always have control over these external events, we always have the power to choose how we react to them. This principle suggests a focus on our inner world, which becomes a stable anchor amidst the chaos of external circumstances. Our reactions are the expressions of our inner selves, reflecting our values, beliefs, and mindset. By consciously directing our reactions, we gain control over our internal landscape, fostering resilience and inner peace. The Stoic teacher Epictetus underscored the importance of directing our internal compass and having strong discipline. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. The essence of Stoicism lies not in stifling emotions, but in consciously managing them. Recognizing our emotions and their effects allows us to make mindful decisions, rather than succumbing to impulsive reactions. The ability to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully to external stimuli is a skill honed through practice, and it empowers us to navigate life's challenges with poise. The 11th Stoic secret, a cornerstone of virtuous character, is to stay humble and avoid ego traps. In an era defined by self-promotion and the relentless pursuit of recognition, humility stands as a quiet strength, a virtue that anchors us in reality and fosters genuine connection with others. Ego, on the other hand, is a deceptive force that inflates our sense of self-importance, blinds us to our limitations, and ultimately leads to isolation and disappointment. It is a voice that whispers in our ear, telling us that we are superior to others, that we know all the answers, and that we are deserving of special treatment. But the Stoics recognize that ego is a dangerous illusion, a trap that can prevent us from learning, growing, and achieving true fulfillment. By fostering an inflated sense of self-worth, our ego keeps us blind to the lessons that life is constantly trying to teach us. We will not be open to growth if we think we already know everything. If we're overly confident, then we will ignore any potential dangers. However, being humble will keep you grounded and remain open to feedback. Epictetus noted the dangers of one's ego. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. From this state, all improvement stops. Conversely, the Stoics believe that humility is not a sign of weakness, but rather a source of strength. Humility allows us to approach the world with an open mind, to listen to others with genuine interest, and to recognize that we are always learning and growing. It allows us to acknowledge our mistakes, to take responsibility for our actions, and to seek feedback from others, even when it is difficult to hear. And finally, the 12th Stoic secret is practice patience. Good things take time. In the relentlessly paced modern society, the virtue of patience is often overlooked and undervalued. The Stoics, however, recognize that patience is essential for achieving long-term success, cultivating inner peace, and navigating the inevitable challenges of life. In this fast-paced world, everyone is looking for instant solutions. However, the Stoics believe that patience is the key for a meaningful and fulfilling life. Without patience, there is nothing to keep you going and to achieve the goals that you set. They knew that those who practice patience are less frustrated and are more satisfied with life overall. They understood that the pursuit of worthwhile goals requires time, effort, and perseverance, and that there are no shortcuts to lasting success. They embraced the slow and steady approach, trusting that their consistent efforts would eventually yield the desired results. Marcus Aurelius put into words that living requires patience by saying that it is more like wrestling than dancing. in that it requires that we stand firm and be ready for the unexpected. In other words, you need to stay ready for unexpected changes in life. In most cases, worthwhile achievements take time and patience to achieve in life. Patience is what helps you to keep going in life, and to stay focused on the process. Embracing the Stoic path to a meaningful life. As we reach the culmination of this exploration into Stoic wisdom, it becomes evident that these ancient principles are not mere philosophical abstractions, but rather practical tools for navigating the complexities of modern life. Stoicism offers a powerful framework for cultivating resilience, finding inner peace, and living a life of purpose and integrity. From focusing on what we can control to embracing change and practicing gratitude, each of these Stoic secrets provides a pathway to a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its accessibility and adaptability. It is not about striving for perfection or suppressing our emotions, but rather about learning to manage our reactions, to control our thoughts, and to align our actions with our values. It is about accepting what is beyond our control and focusing our energy on what we can influence, to shape our lives in accordance with our own internal compass. The journey of Stoic practice is not a destination, but a continuous process of growth and self-improvement. There will be times when we falter, when we struggle to live up to the ideals of Stoic virtue. But it is in these moments that we have the greatest opportunity to learn, to grow, and to strengthen our commitment to living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Embrace failure, cultivate gratitude, and remember that every small step you take on the path of Stoic practice brings you closer to a life of greater peace, purpose, and resilience. In summary, these 12 Stoic secrets are simple, yet powerful tools that anyone can use to improve their life. By focusing only on what you can control, you can reduce stress and worry. By doing your best in everything, but letting go of the outcome, you can find peace of mind. By practicing self-discipline and patience, you can achieve long-term success. By embracing failure as a stepping stone, you can become stronger and wiser. By controlling your reactions, you can take control of your life. And finally, by practicing humility, gratitude, and embracing change, you can live a more fulfilling life. By integrating these practices, you will realize that success lies in acting with integrity, in cultivating inner strength, and in embracing the present moment with gratitude and acceptance.